everybody and their neighbor. Welcome back to Gear and Gigs. I'm your host, Jetstone. So glad you could stop by today. With me once again is one of my best buds, Stacy Van. Stacy, how the heck are you doing?
Doing good. How are you doing, Jet?
Doing great. Thanks for asking, man. We are here to try to convince Stace that maybe a pedal or two wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. He's not a pedal guy, people. He's not a pedal guy. Y'all know I am. Everybody here in the studio pretty much is a pedal guy, except for Stacy. So we want to bring him into the fold. We want to, indoctrinate him. No, resistance is futile, but we'd like him to like some pedals. So we're gonna give it another shot. So we're gonna pull on his heartstrings a little bit today, his love strings, and we're gonna get another product from Danish Pete and Andertons. This time from Tone City. It's another Overdrive pedal endorsed by the Purple Man himself. Here he is in all his glory. Make sure you visit his store. Check out Danish Pete. Make sure you check out Andertons.com. They do some great stuff at the store and on their YouTube channel. So check those guys out. We love those guys.
Yeah.
They're in a different country, so it's okay. It's completely non-competitive between us. I don't. But in any case, we're gonna show off the Durple, which I'm assuming stands for Danish and purple, because as you can tell from the photos of Pete, he's very much into the purple thing, about as much as Prince was, I think. And if I'm not mistaken, he's also a huge Prince fan.
Maybe more.
Yeah, I think they go together. So we're going to try out the Durple, which is a Danish purple pedal, an overdrive pedal. It's got a mid control. It's got a tone control, which is an unusual combination to see on things. And it's got a gain and it's got a level. So we're going to start everything straight up and down and see how it sounds. We're going to be playing it through a Vox AC10, as you can see here, this little blonde guy. Oh, great amp AC10. It's just it's hard to get a bad sound out of. We're going to set it really clean, not looking for any crunch from the amp. We're going to get all of our crunch from the pedal. We're micing it up with a tube mic and running it through this Focusrite over here, this liquid channel that's simulating a Neve board. And then we're going to bring it into our Digico console for the A to D converters and just a touch of reverb, and then going straight to you guys into Zoom. We're not recording it into a DAW. We're not doing any post-production on the sound at all. It's going straight in, and we are hearing it in the same way you're hearing it right now. So we're going to go ahead and start. What I'm going to use for a guitar, maybe my shirt might have given it away, but it's going to be a Les Paul. Here I've got an R9, a relict R9 with a Stinger. Very cool. And let me just set a benchmark so we can get an idea what our clean tones are before we add in the pedal. So I'll go through, I'll start on the bridge, I'll go to the neck, and then I'll go to both, kind of just play some basic chords and stuff, give us an idea for what our amp sounds like before we start adding in any pedal. Now, if you see me reaching over here, all I'm doing is turning. I've got a mic up here. I'm turning this microphone off so that you won't hear the room sound and you'll hear just the mic that's on the amp. I'm going to turn on the pedal, and as I said, everything's going to be straight up and down. And let's turn on the fancy bluish purple light, which is kind of cool. It's actually the knob that lights up. It's not a separate LED. It's actually the knob itself. So that's pretty cool. I got to give them props for that. That's kind of a nice thing. All right, so here we go. Overdrive from the Durple. All right. Initial impressions.
Well, it seems to really kind of fatten up the rhythm. You can play some, gets it some beef.
Little beef.
Yeah, it gives a little beef, and so doing rhythm pieces or rhythm parts
Right.
gives
Okay.
it,
Some body.
yeah,
Beef. Some beef. Some cow. It gives it a big bunch of cow. All right. Now I'm going to roll up the gain a little bit more, and I'm going to knock the tone up just a hair too and see what we get. I like what it does. It gives it a nice, like you said, it gives it some body, gives it a nice sustain, but it still sounds pretty ampy to me. It doesn't sound inexpensive, which it is a rather inexpensive pedal, but it doesn't sound cheap to me. It sounds really pretty solid. What do you think?
well, how does it turn down? I mean, you have the guitar volume on tab,
I
dimed?
I do. I have it all the way up. Let me put that on. What do you think? About 6 or 7? Let's see what that sounds like.
Yeah, let's see.
It reacts to volume pretty well. I mean, it doesn't get anemic sounding. It seems to react kind
Yeah.
of. Let's try the mid control. Let's mess around with the mid control because that's a little unusual. Let's try that. It's a very strong mid
So,
control. It's got a lot of range. Takes you
Yeah,
from
you,
a scooped mid thing to that super strong, almost Santana mid range.
yeah. Can you turn the knob with your toe?
No,
Yeah.
you have to be extremely extremely articulate with your footies to be able to do that.
Part monkey.
Very tiny little knobs. So there's 3 tiny little knobs at the top here, and yeah, you're not really adjusting them on the fly. I would.
Okay. No, I think that it's really pretty cool that you could do the scoop mid up to that. That's pretty nice
It's almost changed the
for a
entire
rhythm.
pedal. Yeah.
Yeah. You can chug.
Will it chug?
It'll chug.
And it will. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna mess with the controls a little bit, see what other sounds I can get out of this thing here.
Okay.
I'm not hating it a lot. It feels real ampy, you know. It's got such nice chirp on the top end, and of course that was all bridge pickup. Let me try neck pickup, see what it does. I really like what it does to the chirpy part of the attack. It's just liquidy and fluidy, and it's got that pipe under the road kind of a sound. You know what I mean? It's got that semi-hollow, almost kind of a thing going on. I don't know. What's your impression?
Well, I thought it actually really helped out the kind of the rhythm, boosted the ability of the guitar to do a lot of different things in the rhythm parts.
It's real dynamic. It's not one dimensional. It doesn't feel like everything's getting squished or compressed or anything. It seems just as open as the amp almost, but you know, it's got that extra boost. I think it'd be a nice way to add, you know, almost like an extra channel's worth of tone to, you know, a single channel amp or even a double channel amp. It's kind of a smooth little boosty boost. I've got the gain right now down at about a third of the way. I'm going to take it up all the way. I'm going to give it all the full beans, and let's see what you know, sustain and gain we've got with that.
Okay.
It's a lot. There's a lot of gain in there. So it's got more than enough. I would never use it quite that much. It gets a little flubby on the lower end at that point. Although I haven't rolled the tone up, so maybe that would actually fix that. But I think somewhere in the 3/4 range is probably where I would like to run it, maybe with a bit of boost and the tone up just a hair with a guitar like this especially. And I'm going to take the level down just a little bit, and let's see what that does. It's not the easiest thing to control compared to some distortions. You know, it's got a lot of wild grain, is what I'm going to call it. You know what I mean?
Well, that's good. I was thinking that it has. It really seems to help. Like I said, the kind of the rhythm parts. But I think that the other one that we tried another Dane, the Dane.
The Dane, yeah, the Dane.
That one seemed like way more. I don't know. Forgiving might be the word, or something. Just it felt warmer. Definitely. Yeah. This seems to have some spikiness.
It does. It's a little bit more out of control. I think it's a little bit more aggressive. You know, a little bit more aggressive and less.
Okay, yeah, I kind of like that about them being able to mid scoop and thing. That's pretty cool. But you don't really get a chance to do that because you got to set it and then step on it.
So that's with the mid scoop or the mid control all the way down. So that's scooping the mids. And that's actually a little bit more controllable. I mean, as far as the wild grain aspect, it doesn't seem as spiky. It doesn't seem as jumpy, like leaping out of itself like it does with mid up. So I think that mid control is pretty critical. Kind of a nice thing to have, really. I'm going to try rolling the mid up and see if we can get some of that Santana boogie thing maybe. And that's my favorite setting so far, I think, that I've gotten. I've rolled the gain down to about a third, I guess, maybe. Got the mid control about the same position, about the 1030 position. I take that back. I have the tone at the 1030. I've actually got the mid control more at the 130 position, so they're just slightly off center. And I've got the volume just up to compensate. It's actually about 3/4 right now. I like it better there, don't you? Not quite so aggressive. Kind of pulled back a little bit, kind of ampy, but not trying too hard.
Yeah. It seems like it could almost. I play a lot in like a single channel amp that could almost give it another channel.
That's what I think. And for the price, I mean, we can't ignore the fact that this is a really cost-effective pedal. I mean, we're not talking about hundreds of dollars. It's pretty darn inexpensive, even delivered with tax and everything. It's pretty inexpensive. So factoring that in, I feel like it's really good value for money. I think they've done a great job with this, tuning it and giving it more flexibility than you'd expect from a pedal that size and from a pedal that expensive. I'm pretty impressed with the amount of flexibility they've got. It's a little noisy. It's a little noisier than I would hope for. But as you can probably hear in the background, it's kind of doing a little something there. But overall, I like it. And we are going through an AC10, which has got a 10-inch speaker. It does not have a big 12, and we're not pumping a lot of watts. We're very low on the volume. So all of the tone, for the most part, is coming from the pedal. So that's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Well, but the 10, it's well mic'd.
It is. It's got a nice mic. I'm not unhappy with it. I guess the question is, are you sold on the pedal?
Because I already heard the Dane. I'd probably spend the extra.
The price. Really? You go with the extra?
Yeah, I'd go with the extra. And the mid scoop is very nice though, and but just still not a pedal guy. What can I do?
All right, people. Well, we tried. Danish Pete, we tried, man. We tried to get the Durple across.
Well, Danish Pete already, he already sold me one pedal, so he's already good to go.
That's true. All right. Well, we gave it a shot.
All right.
We'll hit him up next time with a different pedal. Maybe we'll go with a delay or something.
All right.
That way he can't get that out of his amp. So we got a leg up there.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, thanks everybody for joining us for this. Really appreciate it. Hope you guys check out the links below and leave a comment and let us know what you think. For Stacy Venn, I'm Jet Stone, and we'll see you next time on Gear and Gigs.